All right. So, hello, everyone. This is Kathleen Fitzgerald, and I'm proud to present one of the first of a series, I'm hoping. Um, it is October 19th, 2022. I have Alana Kyle here, who I've met personally, so I can validate that she's a real person. And she has a pretty outstanding Facebook group that I believe is really doing so much good for humanity. And the name, and you can find her, is EMF Blocking Hats by Alana. Her name is Alana Kyle. Welcome, Alana, and thank you so much for giving me your time. I asked her a while back if she'd be interested, and she had mentioned it before to me too, so this was going to be a good time. And, specifically, we want to help you. We want to help people that are going to listen and want to understand what Morgellons is, what some of the nanotechnology terms are, how to recognize it, then solutions, how to protect yourself. So I asked her a few questions to give me some highlights. So, that's going to be what we're talking about. And if that appeals to you, if you have Morgellons or you're suffering in any way, we want to help you. Elena's here to help you with so many solutions. She's helping me and many, many others, probably into the thousands, but at this point. So, Alana, I'm going to hand it over to you. And you're just so lovely. Your heart is such a pure,
Thank you.
gold.
Oh
Thank
my gosh.
you.
Kathleen, you're amazing. I'm one of your fans actually, big time. So well spoken, always been a champion of our cause, always been at the front lines of the whole battle. We have been working hand in hand for several years now, and it's been an absolutely amazing journey, and we've helped so many people together. It's just incredible, and you've been such a great spokesperson for my hats. And you have quite a fan base of your own. So yeah, she's wearing it right now. I don't know how many I've made for you, but probably quite a few by now. But but they're really really nice hats that I designed, and I want to talk a little bit about that for as far as a healing method. There's certain things I'm not supposed to say, but like because there are benefits that could come along with the hats, but legally, I have to be careful what I say, so I can't really toot my own horn too much.
Oh,
But
and with that being said, this is not medical advice. This is
exactly.
not to replace any doctors. If it isn't a medical emergency, call 911. This is just life experiences, different things that we've tried that work, that we think we want to share. So remember that, and let's get to it.
Thank you. Anyways, so let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I live in California. I grew up, I have a family, I have kids, I have a husband, a nice little house in California. I won't say exactly where, but I have always been a seamstress, and so when I ended up having some issues with targeting and being these very strange issues where I was not able to sleep for like 20 years. And turns out it was mostly due to the targeting and also some of the nanotech that I learned that I had quite a bit of in my body. And I learned a little bit about that. This is what I wanted to share today, some of those things. But basically, I designed the hat to solve some of my issues, and also, other people, because a lot of my friends had the same issues. So we came up with this idea, and it's basically a tinfoil hat. I mean, let's just be honest. Okay, so this is what it's made with. It's made with an EMF blocking fabric, and it's got it's very tightly woven, but yet flexible. And it can be used for a lot of different things. Actually, I can think of like 100 ways to use this, but the way I'm using it is in the hat. So the entire hat is lined inside with this. So you get the full benefit of it blocking all the frequencies, including EMFs, 5G, 4G, of course, any kind of RF frequency, radio frequencies, even the radiation coming from your smartphone or smart meters. It's got miraculous benefits when you wear it. It's actually highly conductive. So any kind of thing that is coming this way, it just bounces off. So it doesn't go into your brain. And it ends up feeling, when you wear it, it ends up feeling very calming, very soothing, because your brain gets a chance to rest and relax and not be bombarded with these really crazy pulses and things. If we actually knew what was around us, I think we'd be a little freaked out, but it's all invisible. And so a lot of people actually don't realize how much this hat could actually benefit them, because they think, oh, you know, I don't see it. I don't see the frequencies, so I guess they don't exist, kind of thing, you know. But it's an invisible attack basically on your head and your brain. So yeah, so I wear it a lot of different ways, by the way. It's very malleable, and it can be worn in different ways, but the best way at night is to put it over your face and cover your eyes like so. Let's show you. Just comes down like that. So it's very comfortable. There's like room to breathe. You don't feel claustrophobic at all. It just kind of comes down, and you can fall asleep within like 5 minutes because it's so relaxing. Yeah, it feels so good. I mean, and people realize that they cannot even live without this hat after a while, because the sleep is so deep. I sleep between 8 and 11 hours a night, straight through. I don't wake up. Yeah, and so here's another way I wear it that I love. And Candy Vandewalker she was the one who taught me how to wear it like this. She's like, oh, this is a cool way to wear it. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even think of it. And you know, you can wear it about 5 different ways, I think, or maybe more, 6 different ways. And I mean, I wear this out in public. I know it may seem really weird at first, but you get used to it, and it's so comfortable, especially when you're going to the mall and stuff, or wherever there's a lot of frequencies, like a hospital or a doctor's office. I mean, I just went to a doctor's office yesterday and I wore this, and it was so comforting. Yeah, and you can also layer them. You have 2 now on. I layer them sometimes if I want extra protection. But they also they can come with up to 3 layers in the entire hat. You can layer it 3 layers thick, and that gives you extra protection, especially if you're targeted. So like for me, I needed the 3 layers, especially after 5G went in. It was like, it was, yeah, you got it, girl. You can do anything with this hat. I love it. And it's really long lasting too, because it's really well made. So, and as far as the price goes, I mean, I have not changed my prices in 2 years. And even though my prices went up as far as, you know, the expense of making them, but I'm going to try to keep my prices the same forever. It's a little more on the expensive side, but it lasts for a long time, and it's really worth it. So just wanted to mention that.
Yes, and
I talk about all this in my group, by the way. If anybody has any questions, they can also message me. And I can
also, Alana, can you just tell us real fast, because sometimes people just want to listen to this part, the special care that goes into these,
okay,
and so to make sure that everybody understands, if
when it arrives, I send a whole care instruction package with it, so people can see what they need to do to take care of it. Some people don't listen and they don't read the note, but it's there. But anyway, the basic thing is you don't want to put your hat through the agitation of the normal cycle of clothing. You have to try to hand wash these. I mean, please hand wash them. It's really easy to do, to hand wash them. You just put them in a little basin of cold water with some borax, a little bit of soap or citrus soap, and just rinse it a little bit, and you're good. And it dries really quickly because it's made out of cotton. This is cotton on that top, and it comes in like 15 different colors. So, but the other thing is you don't want to put it in the dryer, because the EMF block doesn't like heat, and it it can get ruined. The only thing is, so what we're trying to do is not avoid any kind of hole making. You don't want holes in this thing because that's what ruins it. So
And
no
it's
holes.
tiny threads, right? Of silver or
Yeah, it's
copper or
woven in,
both or something.
it's nickel and copper woven on a
Nickel
poly
and copper.
backing,
Mhm.
but it's very durable. It's
Mhm.
like kind of like nonstop rip. So I've had the same hat. I've been wearing the same hats for like 2 years.
Yeah, so let me tell you what I've been doing with mine. I'll take like this BioClean. It's like an oxy clean, but it's very natural with enzymes. And then a little bit of borax. I'm just talking a little bit, like
Yeah, you
quarter
don't need
tea,
much.
quarter
Yeah.
teaspoon, and I mix it in the water and then I just dunk it. Then I just kind of let it lay there for just a minute. And I
Yeah, I'm
and then
actually,
I
I
just
agitated a little bit. It's okay. Yeah, no, it'll take a
oh,
little
I
bit.
haven't been.
It'll take a little bit. It's just that the machine though is like way too much agitation, so that's why.
Okay. And
But
no
you know,
dryer.
people have run it through the machine and it didn't kill it, so
Well, I have
it's
to tell
okay.
you,
But
that's what happened. The very first one you gave me is it
sometimes it happens.
accidentally went through the washer
Exactly.
and dryer, and I'm like, oh
Exactly.
God, no.
I know people are freaking out. Oh my God, is it dead? I'm like, no, as long as it doesn't have holes, it's not, it's okay. You know, so but anyway, I've sold these all over the world. And people are desperate for it right now, especially with the, you know, the advent of 5G going up and, you know, the other events happening in the world. You cannot believe how much these are needed right now. It is so needed. People are suffering in ways that they don't understand. And actually, the hat does have benefits beyond what you could imagine, because it takes away not only the EMF damage, you know, it changes the pattern of your brain. It can like help you detox your pineal gland. What I found over, you know, period of several months when I first started wearing it is I started sleeping so deeply, but that's because my pineal gland was getting detoxed. So I slept deeply, but not only I was sleeping deeply, but I was dreaming in color, and I was always
Wow.
on vacation. So my dreams became more intense and more detailed, and there was more like I just felt so refreshed in the morning. I mean, it was such a night and day for me between, you know, having this insomnia that was just killing me, and then going to this healing place and then being able to heal my entire body, my skin, my hair, my eyes, everything, my teeth, everything healed because of this hat. So I'm really, really, you know, blessed and fortunate that I was able to come up with this. But it's not my invention. I mean, other people have made these things. It's just that I made it in a way that you can use it for sleep. That's it. So
Well, I
yeah.
do know from experience that it's kind of the only times, or I have experienced times during the middle of the night when I have my sleep hat on, where there's like no ringing in my ears,
Yeah,
no
that's one of the things.
frequencies, no dialing going on and
That
off.
weird clicking. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. It's like silent, and I'm like, oh yeah. Or
Yeah.
I'll have a headache and I'll put the hat on. And then pretty soon I feel my body relaxing, and then my brain kind of the heat starts to go down. And then I kind of get this feeling that I'm relaxing, my brain's relaxing. I'm like, oh yeah, it's because I've got my hat and it's blocking all of that stuff hitting my brain, like so anyway, they really are
Absolutely.
amazing and they're just so comfortable.
And they're
Um,
cute.
yeah,
Yeah. So it's worth it. And I mean, people have bought them and never look back. They're like, oh, I could not live without this thing. It's done so much for me. And you know,
it's
and
part of
ending
my
heat flashes, ending tinnitus, ending headaches, ending just feeling of like anxiety. I mean, there's so many
yeah.
things.
Yeah, heart
Yeah.
palpitations, high blood pressure,
You name
eye
it.
issues. You name it. That's right.
You name it. But
Mhm.
anyway, it's just one of my many protocols, because there's a lot of things that kind of tie into this. So I wanted to get into some of the layers of this, of where we are right now, because we've got a lot of things bombarding us, that a lot of people are unaware of, and it has to do with the latest inventions of these nanotechnologies that are now coming into all of the products that we're using. I mean, everything from cosmetics to
Mhm.
medical procedures, band-aids. I mean, you cannot believe how much they've integrated this nanotechnology into our lives, and they didn't tell us. It's kind of like, oh, by the way, there's this special nanotech. Some of them are like bragging, but a lot of it is like, oh, there's this special technology that, but you don't really understand what it is, and you're using it, and it's going into your body, and then it's creating other issues that you cannot fathom how how deep it can go and affect your body on every level. So that's what my group is about, is we talk about all the different protocols of ways to eliminate, first of all, the knowledge of what's in these things. What are we looking at? What is in these products? How is it affecting the body? And then how do we deal with it in a natural way with alternative medicines, with natural healing herbs and supplements and baths and things like that. So everything I do is all natural, mostly all natural. And then everything I do is very inexpensive. So anybody can do these things. It's not like, oh, you're going to come in and, you're going to be bombarded with, oh, this is going to cost you $1,000. No, 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 no. None of the things we do are expensive.
Yeah, in fact, we strive on the free alternatives, the free natural therapies. Uh,
And there's a lot. And our group, we've really been striving to help people in a
yeah,
way that they can afford. They're not going to be,
yeah.
spending all this money and not getting anywhere. I mean, we actually have solutions that actually work. We've got thousands of people that have been helped, you know, between your stuff that you've been telling people, your healing methods, and then Candy Vanderwalker and her group, Morgellons and Open Forum, and all of the protocols she lists there. She's got one that I absolutely adore, which is the quantum healing, the quantum energy clearing. I love, love, love that method and that protocol, and it's free.
That's all free. Yeah. And again, this is not medical advice.
No,
If you have a medical emergency, you call 911. We're just sharing information between her and I, having a conversation. But we are wanting this information to get out and help people if they want to listen to stuff that we've done ourselves. So that's pretty much it. We're not telling you to do it or override your doctors in any way. You seek your doctor's advice before taking on any other kind of medications or regimes. This is not what this is about. Anyway, there you go. Just have to make
yeah.
sure we say that. Thanks.
So I wanted to get into, if we can, the focus of the detox, because when I'm talking about protocols in my group and giving people helpful advice when they're having a lot of issues and a lot of illnesses, a lot of my focus comes from being a Morgellons survivor, and Morgellons is a lot more prevalent than you would think. It's one of those sort of hidden diseases. It's actually not a disease at all. It's a syndrome that's caused by nanotech poisoning. And a lot of people will tell me, that, oh no, it's just parasites. Oh no, it's just Lyme. Oh no, it's just. But from my experience and from what I've learned and researched, I found that nanotech was at the heart of everything. And it's so pervasive in our environment that how could you not be affected by it? It's and you can actually see it. It's not like that I'm just pointing to an invisible thing. There's actually a lot of evidence and microscopic pictures. There's, actually evidence. I've kept evidence all throughout my whole journey. I started in 2013, and I ended up finding out that I had Morgellons, and I started to try to eradicate it and learn about it. And that was when I started going full force into it, and I took pictures all along the way. So from 2013 to now, I probably have about 15,000 pictures of my journey and everything that happened along the way. And it was insane. It was really,
Yeah, seems like a
I
lot of people that I
ridiculous.
know have Morgellons or have come through it. They've uh, they become like homeless or targeted, individuals, and they go through some sort of like
Really terrifying
hellfire.
thing.
Yeah. Then they come out the other end and then purified. But it's like surviving that. I mean, look at Candy Nelson. I want to mention that survivor. I mean,
you gotta
wow.
interview her. She's got the most amazing stories.
Well, and then willing to show, people the lesions and the things that, you're talking about.
Okay, good. I've got pictures here that I can share also along the way as we go along here. I've got some things to share, but um, so as far as my whole journey into Morgellons, it was really deep. It was a deep dive. I scoured the internet. I looked at everything, and I even fell for a lot of the bullshit scams that people were throwing out there for these people, and I lost a lot of money. And I was desperate. And I also wanted to connect to other Morgellons people, so I ended up in a lot of groups with a lot of different people. Um, and I learned that a lot of them are women, and a lot of them are really wonderful people who have families and care for others, and they don't deserve any. It's just such a travesty that they ended up, suffering with this. And me too. I mean, I feel somewhat of a victim sometimes, like, why me? Because I mean, it did disturb my life quite a bit. And I was in a lot of pain for a lot of years. And I struggled to find answers and solutions. I tried almost everything. And then I came across Candy Vanderwalker, and she really taught me, like a lot of the things I know, she taught me, and I was given a second chance. And I was given a lot of healing from her quantum energy clearing, sorry. Um, I healed so dramatically within that first 6 months. It was like night and day. And that was when I was able to like spend the energy to kind of help other people, because before that, a lot of these people are bedridden that have Morgellons. They can't get out of bed. They are so sick. And I was really sick too. No energy, couldn't work, had like Alzheimer's like symptoms. I mean, you name it. I have a lot of descriptions of what it was like, but basically just extremely painful. And so um let's see, where do you want me to go from here? I guess I could talk about what the nanotech is.
Well, first of all, I want to just tell anybody listening that your group is EMF Blocking Hats by Alana.
On
EMF,
Facebook.
yeah, on EMF Blocking Hats by Alana. And then Candy's is what? And the other groups?
It's called Morgellons and Open Forum, and then the other one is the quantum energy clearing, and
Energy
that's
Clearing
yeah,
Protocol. Energy
protocol.
Clearing
Yeah.
Protocol. That's it. Those are the three sites that you can get a lot of information. And then EMF Blocking Hats by Elena's, where you can get a hold of her and message you, right, through Messenger to get
Yes, absolutely. Mhm.
contact with you on getting a hat made for you, because she does ask you a few questions, and it is a little bit of a process, but she makes it really easy, and connecting her with her is
Thank you.
amazing, because she makes them custom made for you based on questions, and you get to pick out the fabric and everything, and you'll be able to have a great experience. We just have a few minutes left. Is there anything else you want to say for this segment? And we'll be back shortly.
Okay, sure. I just want to say that if you're out there and you're suffering and you don't know which way to turn, and you're frustrated and angry and all of that, just know that there's been a whole path blazed before you of other women and other men who have done a lot to get us to a place
Mhm.
where we can actually heal from this stuff. There's a lot of evidence and anecdotal evidence that we have ways of clearing and healing from all of it. And you can have a life again. You can have the life that you want. You can be healed. And that is a wonderful thing to know. So just wanted you to have some hope.
Yeah, you can heal yourself. Um,
Absolutely.
so we're very excited to be here sharing this information, because kind of living proof that you
Yep,
can't be
we've been
here.
there. We've gone through it all. That's what we're here. We're going to tell the story. I mean, so please stay tuned, because we've got a lot more to share. I want to talk about the nanotech, And I have a lot of evidence of what it actually is, how it operates, and how to dismantle it.
Exciting. So we'll be back with segment 2. So segment 1 with Alana Kyle, and that's EMF Blocking Hats by Alana. You can check her out and see what other people are saying and join the group. And don't be afraid to reach out because, we got your back. All right. Much love to you and everybody that's listening. And we'll be back with segment 2. So we'll catch you. See you around
Okay,
the
thank
horn.
you. Bye.